Hey y'all, it's your favorite nigga Rita back with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notifications, turn on that post notifications so that you get notified. It's time to pretty post child. There's a mouthful of things that's inspired, but that's a whole nother story. Speaking of story time, just going to get into this one. This one's more of like advice, okay? So I'm very honest about, the points of like in life, especially as a woman, like, being insecure. I'm, working through my insecurities with my current disability. It's like when I first started my fitness journey, I was really insecure with my body because I was really like small and like petite. Um, and just throughout my life, there's just been different moments where I've been insecure about certain things. So I work really hard to like work on my confidence and feeling comfortable and confident in my skin, and then I love to like help you guys do the same. So one thing I have noticed though is, when you're feeling kind of low and you're insecure, some people don't mind being around you, supporting you, etc. But then there's also like a switch where people can start to tell where you're feeling comfortable in your skin, you're starting to love yourself more, you're feeling confident. And for whatever reason, that bothers people. A confident woman bothers people. I'm not really sure why. I don't know, maybe a confident man does. I'm not a man, so I don't know. So it's just like maybe a confident man does. But I'll just say this: confidence in general bothers people. I'm not really sure why, when there's so many people who, practice, say practice self love or preach self love and self confidence, etc. But the exact moment that someone starts to actually have self love and self confidence, for whatever reason, it's an issue. And I've experienced that in friendships. I've experienced that in relationships. I've experienced that online. Like when it's clear that I'm super duper down and low, cool. But like if it's also a point where like I'm like working on myself and like it may seem like I'm like confident, comfortable and confident. Not even making up a word. Comfortable and confident in my skin. It like I don't know what it is, but it just like it bothers people. And like as someone who again is still working through being confident in my disability, because I have been made to feel so uncomfortable and weird and low and insecure and like just so much judgment about me being in a wheelchair, or even when I was in a walker, where just so many people tried to like rush me to like speed up my recovery process. And it's just like, and I tried that. And then guess what? Like I'm back in a wheelchair. So, so it's frustrating and it's annoying. But I will say this to you: it takes a lot of work to not listen to what people say when they're being negative. It takes a lot of, you know, like feeding yourself a lot of like positivity and like, like affirmations and just being really, really kind to yourself, especially when you're in a situation when you feel like others aren't being kind to you. It takes a lot of work. And it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but it's actually easy to be insecure. It's hard to be confident because when you're insecure, that means you're not working on anything. You're not working to fix whatever it is that's bothering you. When you're confident, that means you put in work to fix whatever your insecurity is, whether it's your insecurity about your body, your insecurity about your personality, your insecurity about your job, your insecurity about your life, whatever it is. Now, I've had multiple insecurities through all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, my personality is very, like, in your face. And I've had a lot of people who wanted me to kind of, like, dim my personality down and, like, kind of be more like, hey y'all, what's going on? Da, da, da. And it's just like that's just not who I am. Y'all love me for my personality. I love myself for my personality, but I've had a lot of judgment in regards to my personality. My job, whether it's dancing, or whether it's, doing the social media thing, or whether it's being a personal trainer, I've had like issues, behind the scenes with all of that. And it's, indirectly caused me to have a lot of insecurities, like being a quote unquote boss woman. Like I've had a lot of insecurities with that, where, I, when I'm around my friends, if I'm getting orders and stuff, I wouldn't, I literally had a friend, who was upset that my phone was dinging because of how many orders I was getting online. And it made me feel like uncomfortable, where it's like, okay, well, I'll just like put it on silent, or you know what I mean? So it's like now I'm doing things to like dim myself to make this person feel comfortable when they're feeling some type of way about the fact that like my business is booming as I'm working for myself. And you know, it's it's just a lot. So the best thing to do if you were ever in a situation where someone is like nagging at you about a bunch of different things, making you feel low and insecure about yourself, is let it just, okay? Like, if you can, even if they're talking, ignore what it is that they're saying. Ignore it. Because if you allow that into your mental and you start to, quote unquote, recite what it is that they're saying, then you're going to start to believe that you're not good enough. You're going to start to believe that, you know what I mean, like you're unworthy. And you're going to start to actually start to feel insecure. And that's not why you were put on this earth, was to be insecure. It's not. God did not make you to be insecure. God made you to be comfortable. Oh my gosh, comfortable and confident in whatever your calling is. Okay, so grab your notes, grab a pen. Here we go. One, get a few affirmations that you speak to yourself every day, whether you're writing it out, whether you're saying it out loud to yourself. I have a video, I can link it down below, with some affirmations. I have affirmations online in digital sense on my website, and all the stuff will be linked down below. Two, gratitude. Be thankful for what you have, because a gratitude is a way to like build confidence in whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. Three, um it goes kind of with affirmations, but find things that you love about yourself and enjoy those. Okay, like, I've been doing this whole little like dancey so I'm not depressy thing, and it's been helping me work through my depression. Like, it started off as like a silly little joke, but it's been helping me work through my depression, because I am still really depressed. Like, I'm currently holding back tears. But it's just like I am really sad, because again, of what put me in this, and just sharing my story, and that sharing my story is kind of helping me gain confidence. Again, just because my story, there's just so many uncomfortable and awkward things that happen in my story, and so that the dancing thing is kind of like a thing that, like, okay, brings me joy. So I guess that'll lead us to like four, find something that brings you happiness and do it as frequently and as often as you can. It used to be working out for me, and because of disability, I'm not doing that, so currently it's dancing. So whatever it is that brings you happiness, whether it's outside of your job or not, lean into that and allow it to do whatever it is that you do. Five is, find some people that you can lean into, whether that's leaning into yourself more, being your own best friend, whether that's, you have your group of friends, family members, most importantly, God, whatever it is, lean into that, and do not let the negativity bother you. Just don't. Because when that saying of like, when you're doing better than other people, or than what people want you to do, or whatever the saying is, it bothers people, because people try to put limitations on you. And when you are working through stuff, it just bothers people. I'm not really sure what that is about, but if you don't know by now, there's a problem with society. We know that, but we're going to continue forward. But I also just know that, like, it takes a special kind of person to constantly put themselves out there on a daily basis, and that's especially in regards to social media. And I know everybody's job won't allow them to do social media, so there's different things in regards to that, but it's not easy, and you face a lot of criticism, and that criticism can bother you, and if you allow it to, which is why I'm just like, what, I'm going to continue sharing my story in the way that I want to share my story. And that's the same for you. Continue being the best version of yourself, and don't allow any negativity from anybody, again, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, whatever it is, to make you feel less than or low about yourself. One, if they're trying to criticize you, that means whatever it is that you're doing, they actually are low-key in awe of it and wish that they could do it. So continue doing it and continue flourishing. And I wish you the absolute best on your confidence journey. And just keep doing whatever it is you're doing with a smile on your face. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned some things. Sorry that was kind of all over the place. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. So please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.